So what's up guys, Emporio here, and today I'll show you a new tutorial. I wanted to do this one for quite a while, but unfortunately I don't know, I didn't really feel like doing it, but yeah, let's get to the point. So I will show you today how to stream, because I am sure that there are a lot of people who have difficulties with these or want to start streaming because they have a YouTube channel or they simply enjoy sharing their gaming with other people. It doesn't even have to be gaming, it can be anything, to be honest. So we'll just simply start off with the basics because there are a few facts that you should know that are important for streaming. And we'll start off with, you'll need a PC, obviously. Even though people think, okay, there is some kind of streaming card, you still need a PC. Even if you have a console and you want to stream your PS4, although on PS4 you can stream directly from the PS network, which is quite bad at quality, still you will need a PC to make it work decently. So if you want to have some quality stream, you will need a PC. So the point is that you will need a PC with a running OS, meaning with Windows. It doesn't matter if it's a desktop PC, Mac, or anything. Even on Mac OS, you will be able to stream. There are softwares. We'll get to that point later. You will need a working internet connection. It doesn't really matter how slow your internet connection is. It is still possible with any internet connection. Of course, you will have to keep in mind if your upload isn't as good as let's say a 50k download and 5 megabits of upload internet connection, then you won't be able to stream at full HD or at 720p. So you'll still be able to stream, but unfortunately with a quite bad resolution. It's not about the quality, it's about the resolution. So you'll have to think about, let's say this window is your stream, and at this size of the stream, you will have a good quality. But if people make it at the full screen mode, it will get all pixeled. So that's the difference between a full HD stream and a low quality stream. So, but as example, if you would say you're watching this on a mobile, then it doesn't really matter because a mobile screen is as big as this and it would be fine. So next point, you'll need software. So there are two softwares on the market, I would say on the internet, downloadable for free. One of them is OBS and the other one is XSplit. So XSplit and OBS have two, I would say, major differences. The major difference is that OBS is totally free and XSplit is free, and there are some features that you have to pay for with a license. So as example, at the moment I am recording with XSplit, so it is, let's say, the easier way to do stuff with XSplit because there are a lot of options. It will automatically calibrate for your, let's say, it will automatically detect your internet connection, your PC configuration, and based on that he will try to set up a stream within seconds. I'll show you that later, but basically that's the main difference. And in OBS you will have to set everything yourself. But even then, OBS is working quite well, even though it's for free, and most people use it because it is really good and it's working, it's stable, and yeah, I guess that's the main point. So streaming site and provider would be the last point. This means basically you have to stream to a website. You can stream to YouTube, you can stream to Hitbox, you can stream to Justin TV. I don't think it goes at Justin TV anymore. This should be twitch.tv. So yeah, these are the three most common streaming sites. YouTube, obviously everyone knows YouTube. I don't think a lot of people know that you can stream to YouTube. It is possible, and actually one reason I like YouTube very much is, let's say you are not having a contract with, you're not contracted with YouTube, and you have a 1080p stream, and there are a few people who don't have that good of a internet connection, so they would like to watch your stream at 360p. With YouTube that is simply possible. They can just downgrade, let's say, the streaming quality. In Hitbox this isn't possible as you don't have a contract, but Hitbox does have quite good resources, and it's still as good as. Hitbox isn't that known yet, since it's a new streaming site which was launched just a few years ago, and the Twitch one is, I think, the most well known. It used to be on 3D.tv or something like that, and this company went bankrupt, I think, or they sold it. I have no idea. I don't want to say any false information, but basically this is Twitch. So we'll just start off that since we need a desktop PC, blah blah blah, we'll need a streaming software. So for that I'll just take the one that is free, and after that I will show you the XSplit one, so you will have something to compare. This is OBS, so you can, I'll leave the link in the description. You can download OBS simply from their official website, which is this, and you'll be able to go here, download it even for Linux or Mac OS 10. So you should click on the latest stable version, and classic, obviously. If you're not, I don't know, trying to set up something huge, it should be sufficient. Like I said, it's totally free, and of course if you like it you can donate for them so they can keep the project going. That's a good thing. And yeah, so we'll just download the Windows version, and it will look like this. So it's quite shabby. It doesn't really show much, but so at this point, before you start anything, I would advise you to go back to the OBS project website and click on something particular on the Help tab, and then drop down menu for the estimator. So this is the part where it comes in that we'll have to check out your settings, because OBS you'll have to set everything yourself, and if you have no idea what you're doing, then this might help a lot. So we will just check this out, and let's say we are having a comparison would be, if you're using AMD, just simply think about it. Do you have a quad core? Do you have a double core? And stuff like that. Just pay attention to that. First generation i5 is simply just think about how old your PC is. The newest i5 and i7 is the 6th generation. You can tell that by usually let's say the 3rd generation is like i7 306, so 3600. That's the 3rd generation Intel. So and yeah, obviously if it's an i5 340, I don't know, something, then it's the 3rd generation. That goes for 270, that's a 2nd generation, so you will figure that out, I guess. So after you figured out your CPU, you just select it here. I have a quite new one, so that should work for me. And then you'll check out your graphics card. So if you haven't built-in graphics card, meaning you don't have a dedicated, if you're using a laptop, obviously it is going to be an Intel HD, or it is going to be one of these. The thing is that even if you have a better one, I would select this, since it is a laptop. It is obviously a laptop, is not going to perform as well as a desktop PC. So we'll just select this because I have an R9 or higher, and here comes the part when you have to decide what kind of game you are going to play. So if you're playing something like League of Legends, that is basically a medium motion RTS game, which involves scrolling. Scrolling means that you're scrolling the map, meaning you have a map and you are scrolling around on the map with your screen. You're moving the screen to adapt to your character or to the field of vision. And if you're playing something like Counter-Strike, then you want to use the first high motion option. And if you're playing 2D games, meaning like Heroes of Might of Magic 3, or let's say Sid Meier's, I don't know what it's called, yeah, Settlers or anything, stuff like that, then you will be able to use the low motion. Okay, so here we will go to how fast is your upload. You can click on this one to estimate it, but I prefer using speed test. We'll just take one of these. Takes a while. So I have 5.06 megabits. I would say stable upload. So this would mean that I could write 5000 here, but you have to think that you don't really want to use all of your upload. So I'll write around 3000. This should be the appropriate number. You should always take it a little lower as your speed test says. Yeah, so here we'll get some settings. these are the settings. Oh, I want to have high motion. Okay. So these are the settings I will need to set for my stream. And here you will already say that my internet is sufficient for 720p or full HD. And blah 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 blah. So actually we'll see what to do with this stuff. And we will see how to set this up. So here we will go to the settings. Oh my god, it is German. Okay, I'll restart it. Just one moment. Okay, there we go. There we go. So now we have all our settings, and we'll go here and we will see. We will need to go for an upload speed, blah blah blah. So first of all, you want to set your encoding. So in the encoding, you will see how much upload you will have to set. So bitrate should be 2600 then. Holy shit, what's happening here? So bitrate to 600 and buffer size, custom buffer size, same. Okay, so that doesn't really matter. CBR, blah blah blah. Okay, so basically this is like the only thing you'll have to set on this page. So on the encoding, you'll only have to set your bitrate. I already tried it out for myself. I don't really need that much. It will still be stable with 2.5. So yes, I apply. So here's the next part. We'll leave this out for a second because we didn't set up a Twitch or hitbox yet. So one more important part is that you should consider, based on what you got on the website, based on the recommended streaming resolution. If it says 720p, that means you will have to downscale your resolution. You should leave this as it is, meaning you should set this one to your resolution your desktop is using, and you should downscale your stream to the resolution you got recommended. So this would be 720p, 360p, 480p. You can see it at, all you have to pay attention to is the second number. This is how you should be easily, let's say, remember what resolution is recommended for you, or what resolution you're going to stream in. So 1080p, as you can see, is this one, 720, 480 and 360p. So this would be the lowest, and this would be the one using the lowest bandwidth. So I will leave it at 1080p since my internet connection gives me the ability, and my PC as well gives me the ability to stream at this resolution. So audio, if you have multiple audio devices, meaning you're using a microphone, you're using headphones, you're using boxes, speakers, something stuff, you'll need to select the one you're actually using when you're playing. And I will just select my the desktop audio device, means your speakers you're usually getting the audio from when you're playing. I am using my normal speakers, my normal audio output, and I am using the microphone with the afterglow. So that part is done as well. Hotkeys not so interesting at the moment. I'll talk about that maybe in a other video, but that is not important for setting up a stream. So here, which is important, you'll have to set the keyframe interval for 2. It has to, should be 2. It should, meaning that every 2 seconds it will refresh. Here is really nothing else that important. Sometimes if there is something that isn't as it should be, then you will get a red message here below. And the other thing is that encoding profile should be high. Okay, so basically that's it. So now we have everything set based on your PC, based on your bitrate and stuff like that. Maybe on the CPU, yeah. So if you're this should be a, yeah. So here's like a tooltip. If your CPU is stronger, then you can set it to slower, but I don't really recommend it. It should be very fast or faster, even if your PC is very good, because it's really gonna make your CPU struggle. So just leave it as it is, and you should be fine with that. So now we have all the basic setup, and now we want to set up a, let's say, streaming site. So we'll go to Twitch, or we'll go to Hitbox. Here you'll have to register yourself. So if you're yeah, so you'll go to sign up, and then you make a username, password, your day, birth, email, blah, you're not a robot, and then you register yourself. So at this part, amen. So once you have that, cool. The same goes for Hitbox, and yeah, basically that should be it, all you have to do. So once you are done with that, you will log into your Twitch account. So if you have set up your Twitch account, you will need a streaming key to connect your stream with the software to authenticate it. In OBS you will need a streaming key, and I'll show you where you can find that. All you have to do is go to Twitch, log into your profile. So this is how it looks at the beginning. I am already logged in, and I'll go here and click on dashboard. So this is like a control panel for Twitch. Here you'll see your own, here you can test your stream, or while you're streaming you'll be able to see your chat messages. You'll be able to make giveaways and stuff like that. You can promote people, you can change the colors, you can do a lot of stuff. And here you'll be able to set your broadcast title, and you'll be able to set the game you are playing. So let's say we're playing League of Legends. You'll type League, and it will already show League of Legends. So I'm playing League of Legends. Broadcast language, you can set the language you are speaking. So people in your country, meaning if you're from France as example, then French people will see your stream as recommended since it's in their native language. And if you set it to English, then most of the people should see it. So here is going to be the streaming title. So if people go on Twitch, let's say on Bros, then let's say we go to League of Legends, and then this is what they'll see. This is the streaming titles, Season 6 Challenger, blah. And here they'll see your username. So we'll just go back here to the dashboard. So this is the streaming title, this is the language, and back to the topic, we want our streaming key. The streaming key is, like I said, the authentication for your open broadcaster. And all you have to do is show key and understand, and it will show you a key which you will have to copy and paste into your OBS. And the place you have to set it is broadcasting settings. Here you'll select Hitbox, YouTube, Twitch, anything you want, and you will just insert your streaming key. All you have to do is put it in here, and then you will select the closest location to you, meaning these are servers, and you should select the closest location as a server. Meaning I'm living in Germany. For me, there's only one option, Frankfurt. So that would be yeah, for me, the option. So this is what I told you, is if you're I'm using Hitbox, but if you're using Twitch, then you'll have to set stuff otherwise. So it will tell you what to change, and I guess this way you'll know. Here are some little tweaks, meaning if your stream disconnects, then it will automatically reconnect in 10 seconds. It will always try every 10 seconds to reconnect your stream. I think the rest of here is self-explanatory, and yeah. Okay, the only option here you should think is live stream. Mode is live stream. File output only would be if you're making a local recording. So this way, yeah, it's different. The way you set it up is that you add, first here you will add a new scene, let's say streaming, and then you will add a, it doesn't really matter, if we are adding a window capture, that means I will only capture a, let's say my Chrome, or I want to stream my, I don't know, simply some kind of window, or I could even only stream OBS. So this isn't really what we want to use. There are two options I suggest: game capture and monitor capture. So monitor capture is meaning one, that now I'm gonna see my whole desktop. That's one of the options you have. If you are using something like, if you're, let's say, playing League of Legends, I'll always come up with this example. So if you are playing League of Legends, then you want to go here, add game capture. Just press OK. And then first you'll of course have to launch the client. The launcher itself at the beginning, if there isn't the login stuff yet, that doesn't really work. So okay, so now we have game capture lol clients. Okay, so pvp.net blah. Okay, so this is obviously the local client, and then there we go. So now we have the local client visible. So at this point we do have something visible, we do have what we want, but the problem is once we start a custom game, or simply a game, just do something to try it out. So now it's gonna vanish and it's not gonna show anything. So at this point you'll be like, what the fuck? For this I suggest you make another scene, meaning null in game. So there's gonna be sound, but there's not gonna be a picture. So now we're gonna go and add another capture, and now you'll see there is something else visible called League of Legends TM client, and this is the actual game. The reason why this is like this is that the client and the game itself are two different parts, two different windows running, so you will have to make it with a second scene. The good part about this is that you can click and set a hotkey, meaning if you click, let's say I set a hotkey to my numpad as 9. If I click 9, it's gonna switch to 9. So that isn't that bad. You can make it as you want. The point is that you'll have to set a hotkey to switch between the screens. So let's go quit game. So, and again, like you see, it's black. So we'll have to switch back to our client. So this is how it works when you're playing League of Legends. You'll have to switch between two screens, but in Counter-Strike, as example, you'll only have to do a add game capture and then look for CSGO or something like that, and that's all. So in Counter-Strike or in Dota, in those games, it isn't a big problem. What you can do as well is, of course, to add the same game here in the same scene. But I don't. I think it's little difficult to like, if you're using an overlay in game and you're using an overlay when you're on your desktop only with the client, then you won't be able to make two different scenes with two different overlays. So that's gonna be quite difficult that way. So, and just if you're, let's say, so now we have here our desktop, and if you want to add some overlay or anything else or some picture or so, you'll just add an image and then browse, and then let's say this one. And you can put it in here, click on edit scene, then if you click on edit scene, you can move around the the windows you have or the pictures or anything. The one important thing is that you'll notice, okay, now it is in front of your client, and this is you have to change the order to place it behind or in front. So let's say I move it down and it's gonna be behind. So this is what you have to keep in mind if you're making some kind of overlay. You want to change that. So if you're using a webcam, then you want to add a video capture device. So a video capture device is obviously something that is capturing a video motion. So in this case it is my webcam. And yeah. Okay, so I'll just simply put my webcam here. Oh my god. So don't mind the background, I'm still moving in. So it looks totally messy. And yeah, you can move this around as well. And if you have again a overlay, you wanna change this. So actually now let's say we are done. Always if you wanna move stuff around, you'll have to click on edit scene, and you will have to click on preview stream. So at this moment I am not streaming, I'm only previewing how it will be looking, how it will look when I go live. So before you go live, you want to set stuff up, you should do a preview. And then if you, like I said, if you edit the scene, then you'll be able to move stuff around. So now I'll stop the preview and I will go to start streaming. Since this is Hitbox, what? Whatever. So now, why are there 8 people? Whatever. So now we can see that we are live. There's a little delay, so it's not very live, but yeah, you can see we are live and everything we're doing is happening here right now. So we'll just turn this off again. So if you are using, let's say, if you want to stream how you're playing on your PS3 or something else, I might cover that up for a different video, but I'll only do that if you guys want to have it, if you want to see it, how to do that, because it's quite a hustle. So basically that should be it. If you guys would like me to cover any other part about streaming, then I will show you. Just leave a comment below if you would like to have a different video about how to set up, let's say, a playlist, or how to set up anything, or a donation screen or anything. Then just tell me in the comments below. If you liked my video, leave a like. If you disliked it, just leave a dislike, I don't mind. And yeah, see you next time.